After years of Donald Trump with his tariffs talk, and he loves to say that it's his favorite word. And while that extra taxes that not the country that it's going to, it's actually the people inside the United States that actually to pay it. And it's just like the only billionaires inside the United States are winning, while the people who are working class or the middle class, they're kind of like suffering. And you may have noticed that jobs have shut down. But the annexation threats toward Canada and Greenland, which are two of NATO countries, that the USA is also a NATO country, and since the United States threatened two NATO countries, this is threatening every other NATO country that's part of NATO. So there's a response that was talked last year and was brought up by British Columbia Premier David Eby. So he decided to make this retaliation going against Donald Trump. The same kind of attempt Ontario Premier Doug Ford threatened to make that with the tariff threat. Doug Ford he did say that, oh well, Minnesota, Michigan, New Jersey, New York. Will just pull the switch, and no electricity is going from our power plants to your country. So those states are suffering because and people have done pointed out that USA needs Canada, not the other way around, which Donald Trump tried to claim that Canada needs the United States because Canada has like the natural resources like fresh water, electricity, and hydroelectricity, and that powered like dams, and also Canada and USA that share like five river, lakes, Lake Huron, Lake Ontario, Lake Michigan. That's mostly more USA. Lake Erie and Lake Superior. Fresh water. What if we stopped giving clean water? Yeah, then they would be begging for fresh water, and hydro electricity, the dams, these power electricity power, and that creates energy. So what if we stopped giving it back to the United States? Yeah. So they also have lack of energy. What if we stopped sending them high quality oil? Yeah, they're going to suffer because their oil is not as good because their refineries yeah are filled with Canadian oil from Alberta. So British Columbia Premier David Eby, he had this idea of having a toll highway because there was or two United States states that are not connected to mainland United States. No, Hawaii, you know, because it's far west of British Columbia. And the only way you can get there is by ship or an airplane. But the other state, Alaska. Now, United States, they bought Alaska from Russia when Russia, thought like, oh, it's all covered with snow, nothing special over there. And then the United States, they found gold, and that's when people started to go over there, and people started to become residents there, and that Alaska became a United States state. But wait a minute. There were two spots that if how can you access Alaska because it's not connected to the mainland. You have to go through British Columbia and Yukon Territory. Because you have to go through two border points. Now, one, let's see. So right here, the Surrey-Blaine border crossing. So right over there, and also Point Roberts. It's kind of like closed because Washington State. That's part of United States, but Blaine is the mainland United States. This is a separate, so it's cut off through the border. So you have to go like way up. So you have like Anchorage. You have to go through like this borders. So what is the plan was installing this toll highway. So you have to go through like British Columbia and Yukon Territory. But if your vehicle had a United States number on it and letters, yeah, you have to like pay for that through tolls. Now, this toll idea came up so Canada can they can make some revenue and they can make them. So it's technically fair game. So these truck drivers, if they were to try and go through, they would have to pay tolls. And we're not talking about Highway 407 in Ontario kind of toll highway. Well, we're talking about like toll highway. You have to go through like a checkpoint. That kind of toll highway. United States has a ton of them. Now, people in British Columbia, they were really on with this, and they were against Donald Trump, and they started buying more made in Canada products and buy local stuff. You can buy and stuff that is made and came from somewhere else and no traces of any United States. Because the other way people they go over to Alaska, they usually take like a cruise ship. to like Anchorage, Alaska, and the the cruise ship, it would go down south and stop at Vancouver, British Columbia, and then they would head over to like Los Angeles, California. Because if USA wants to Canada to pay, Canada can do the same thing, make United States pay with their truck drivers paying these tolls. Because this was at the time when Donald Trump wanted to make with 25% tariffs on Canadian goods sold in the United States. So this toll idea is on hold, but if this continues, he will put this toll idea and activate it. So David Eby said it's, it's all a deliberate tactic. Well, we can resolve it, and it will not work. This is unacceptable. Acceptable. Ensure that United States understand how pissed off we are, how unified we are, how committed we are to working out the country to stand up for each other. And I say we don't let up until the president takes the threat off the table. So he also mentioned that legislation will be introduced to allowing the province to levy fees onto commercial trucks moving through the province to and from Alaska. And he also wants British Columbia to remove any provincial trade barriers between provinces and territories made in Canada. And this is also at the time when British Columbia they removed all alcohol and spirits made in the United States. Now, David Eby hadn't talked about how the extra like toll fees will work, but this also idea also Premier Tim Houston in Nova Scotia, he had doubled the cost of toll that Co McQueen passed for commercial vehicles from the United States. But over there, they already have like tolls, so they got this plan. So this is the map. So toll from Dawson Creek, Fort Nelson, British Columbia, Whitehorse, Yukon Territory, and then Fairbanks, Alaska. So this extends more than 2,000 kilometers through British Columbia and from Dawson Creek, British Columbia, and then Whitehorse, Yukon Territory, and then ending just east of southeast Fairbanks, Alaska. And this highway was already built way back in Pearl Highway was bombed, and Vancouver Island was also bombed as well. So that's when Canada and United States and other countries were fighting Imperial Japan during the World War II. So this is what it looks like. You're now entering the world famous Alaska Highway from Dawson Creek, British Columbia. So the Alaska Highway was it was made for defense. It was funded by the United States and along with Canadian leaders, allowing build on the condition that it would be turned over to Canada following the war. And this is used by transport trucks. Yukon Territory, the Premier Range Pillar. He said that he'd heard from many of us constituents interested in imposing similar restrictions on United States truck traffic. Pointed out that it may be easier said than done. That it would require a new infrastructure, such as toll routes and new personnel to staff it. So Ron's Eli also pointed out that the United States was recently committed to more than 40 million to improving the road on the Yukon side of the border and expressed the concern that any limitation that its use by Canadian could threaten that investment. Although while the state truck drivers they can drive duty free back and forth from the United States from Washington state through British Columbia, Yukon Territory, and then ending up in Alaska without having to like pay for it. And Andrea Sortland, McGill University professor and expert in international commercial law, also mentioned that there's duty-free trading through United States and Mexico for most goods, so they don't have to pay so extra money for it. Now, most of the ships deliver stuff from the United States from the mainland to Alaska, then ground, which and air only 5%. So trucks 5%. So 90% out of all the 100% how mainland United States sends stuff back and forth. So there's a big difference. Which the United States Bureau of Transport Statistics, shared by University of Alaska economics professor Mike Jones, trucking only represents about 1% of cargo entering the state every year, with the bulk coming through the port of Alaska and Anchorage, primarily from United States destinations. Although Alaskans they won't be impacted by this. Because transport trucks they have to get fuel every then and now at the gas station, truck stop. Republican Senator Kathy Geisel had a joint resolution pushing Donald Trump to honor the trade relationship with Canada and Mexico, proclaiming that Alaska legislature opposed any restrictive trade measures that would harm the unique relationship between Canada and Alaska or negatively affect our integrated economies. But if Donald Trump is making now Donald Trump he slapped 100% tariff on goods. Now is a good time that just like Nova Scotia Premier Tim Houston his idea of the tolls at the Quebec Quid passed for vehicles which that that connect to the states of like Maine. So it's about time. And regarding shipping from countries from like Asia, they usually come into like Richmond, British Columbia, and they usually get sent more east to Ontario and Quebec. So it would be like a good idea to put tolls in place. Because the United States, they're going to have to pay for it. If the since Alaska, they have more Republican Party votes than Democrat Party votes. So it's time for United States truck drivers to having to pay a toll.